Welcome back, everyone. America loves its heroes, but until now, there's never been a comprehensive U.S. encyclopedia of our favorite heroes from comic books and films. Gina Misiroglu, I hope I got that right, and her partner David Roach have created such an encyclopedia. Gina is joining us now live from Los Angeles. Boy, 700 pages. How long did it take you guys to get that done?
About 2 years from start to finish. We really put a huge research effort into it. My collaborator, David Roach, is a golden age collector. He has 50,000 comics piled high around him throughout his house, and we scoured all of them.
Well, I'm proud to say, Gina, I really like comics as well. And it seems they go hand in hand, the heroes with times of need. You had Wonder Woman fighting the Nazis in World War II. You had Superman, the Phantom, big during the Great Depression. Do you find that's the case?
Yeah, absolutely. Our heroes are fitted to meet the demands of the times, and they respond to what's happening historically in the comic pages. And I think that now what you're starting to see, especially in the media, is you're starting to see the hero dealing with very human problems. If you saw Spider-Man 2, you're looking at Peter Parker as a very conflicted hero, learning how to deal with battling New York City and at the same time trying to hold down a job and date Mary Jane. Very, very real issues that have entered our heroes' lives.
And they're not always heroes per se, like Superman. Sometimes in the case of the X-Men, they do good things, but by society standards, they're not necessarily liked or wanted.
That's true. The anti-hero is the new form of that brazen, gritty hero who sort of sits on the fence between good and evil. And you see that in a lot of today's heroes, the Punisher, Wolverine, for example, of the X-Men that you mentioned, Buffy, and they're all just sort of, not quite good, but not quite bad, and you identify them with them, though, I think, because they're very human, and we ourselves sometimes are very conflicted in a lot of the same ways that those heroes are.
And of course they're fun, but they also affect people. I read in the book that Nicolas Cage named himself after a superhero. I believe it was Luke Cage or Power Man, one of the first black comic heroes.
That's true. He changed his last name from Coppola to Cage because he identified with the hero so much.
Is it possible to find the greatest superhero or name the greatest superhero? Superman by chance?
I think it would have to be Superman. I mean, he is one of the 10 most recognizable characters in the entire world. He was birthed in 1938, but when he appeared on the cover of Action Comics, he was hurling a car over his head, dressed in the iconic super colors, and he is really the hero who has endured the longest, most consistently published, and just really larger than life. When I think of like the classic hero, it would have to be Superman.
I would have to agree. Gina Misiroglu, thank you so very much for being here. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay. Get the book. It's a very interesting read.